first date. I don't do that. I was like, I want to know who you is before anything. And as I'm talking to her, she's sitting at the table like,
Movies went great. We decided to like go and get food, and we got food, and we sat in my car. We listened to music, we were talking, and
Well, like 3 weeks. She was on her own though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't feeling that. She real.
boy, and like, okay, it got so bad. It was to the point.
Significant other's love language is important, so that way you know how that person receives and perceives.
And you're in a relationship, but we like sleeping together. We're in a situationship because we've already established. This is the situationship talk. It's Monday. The crew and I are back for another episode. Tonight we're talking $10 dates, and we do have a guest. So before I go ahead and get our guest in, how is everybody doing tonight?
Great.
Doing
I can't
good.
complain.
Everybody's doing well. So we have Coach Misty in tonight that's going to go ahead and join us. Welcome, Coach Misty. How are you?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
All right.
Pretty
Hey.
good. So we get the show started by you tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll go ahead and get into our topic.
All right, cool. So of course I'm Coach Misty. I coach a couple different things. On social media, I'm most known or well known for Big Ass Workout. I am a certified trainer and I'm plus size, but I do help people with fitness for all. However, on the flip side, I actually wrote a book under my other social media account or business, 72-hour date. And what a lot of people don't know is I used to be a dating coach many moons ago. I actually had a business I started here. We did speed dating. I would go on, people would take me on a mock date and I would critique their dating and tell them what they need to improve. And then I've started writing books this year about my dating situations or my relationships, as well as just my thought on dating etiquette. And that's why I'm here to talk about the $10 date.
Okay. So we are interested in this $10 date and using your expertise as a dating coach. Um, Tell us the concept of this $10 date.
Okay. So through my research, and when I say research, that comes from me dating. I've dated a lot, okay? I've dated a whole lot. I've done a lot of research out here in these streets. I'm doing this for y'all. It's not me. It's for y'all. Understand that, okay? Uh, my name ring in these streets when it comes to dating. I'm a dating guru. Okay, anyway, we'll get to that later. So here's the deal. Let me tell you why I came with the $10 date. Yo, it is so many men. So when you think about dating, first dates, everybody wants to impress, right? The woman wants to dress to impress. The man is going, pull out all the stops. But guess what? There are a lot of women who just want the experience. They're not interested in the man. They want to go to Papa Do's. They want to go to and Papa Do's is really not high end to me, but I'm just using that as a reference. They want to go to Papa Do's, but don't have Papa Do's money. And so with the online dating, you can now have 10 or 12 gentlemen callers at your disposal that quick. And I have a lot of friends who will use men to go on these dates, these fancy dates, knowing they have no intention of being with that man or even seeing that man or giving this man a hug or kiss or anything. And guess what? There are a lot of men out here that are jaded. And then guess what? So then I run into the jaded men. So the reason why, let me tell you how I started the $10 date. I had a guy ask me, for me, I feel like dating is different levels. First of all, dating is not a relationship status. It's something you do. It's an action verb. Like you jump off of something, you're dating. It's something you do.
Right.
Dating is not like, oh, we exclusive, we dating. No, either you exclusive or you're dating. Dating is something you do. Okay. So when I look at dating, I take the Friends approach. I don't know. Did y'all ever watch the show Friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Some of y'all look like y'all was born in 2000. That's none of my business, though. I'm somebody's grandmother. Don't judge me. All right. So I take the friends to dating that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a group of friends, I could date him and then he could date her. And we can all still be cool because dating is just something you do. It's not necessarily boyfriend, girlfriend. So I take that approach to dating. So what happened was, y'all, I met a guy who was like, let's meet at the Waffle House. This is before I came up with the $10 date concept. And I'm cool with the Waffle House. Like, I love breakfast, right? And for me, I feel like the first date, should be very comfortable and casual because I want you to see what I look like every day. I don't want to get all zhuzhed up. I don't want to put the waist trainer on. You know what I'm saying? Some of these women like, he didn't call me back after the first date. But that's because when the you got home and took that off, a whole nother person fell out. That's another topic. We're not gonna go there either. We're not gonna go there either. Okay. So I feel like that person needs to see you in a natural element, right? And so if you spend either $10, I think you should spend $10 total. So I'm talking about, I don't even think you can go to Waffle House now for $10. All-Star,
Not no
last time I
more.
checked was about
No, no more.
$9.50.
Yeah.
They didn't went up.
$9
Inflation
itself.
is real. Eggs, the price on eggs that went up. Okay, so listen. Don't laugh. This is serious. Go to Sonic, go somewhere like that. Now, if you can't spend $10 a piece, then $10 together, then you spend $10 a piece. Then you can go to Waffle House. But I remember I had a guy invite me to Waffle House, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I like a good 3-egg breakfast, scrambled with tomatoes on the side, a little grits. I'm not tripping, right? And we sat at the counter, and he ordered a coffee. And the lady was like, do you need a menu? And he's like, no, she's not going to need a menu. And I was like, how did you know that I know the menu? He said, I didn't. I just invited you up here so we can have coffee. I was like, wait, what? I came out the house for a cup of coffee, a water. And he was like, well, yeah, because I've been taking these women. And he was actually a high-level manager for the Postal Service. So it wasn't a thing about him being broke. Like, he had paper. But he was all like, over the past 6 months, I've been meeting these women, taking them on these expensive dates. And a lot of times they don't ever call me back. But if they do call me back, they call me back and say their phone bill need to be paid. And I'm like, I don't even know your last name. She said, so I'm just tired of it. He was all like, so now, from now on, I'm just going to meet somebody for coffee. And I'm like, well, bro, you could have told me that ahead of time because I wore my eating pants, okay? I had my eating pants on that night. I was ready. And I was just like, so I got the coffee. Now, I didn't call him back because he was jaded. He was very bitter about it. He spent our time talking about the dates that didn't go wrong and didn't have time to focus on the date that he was on. So I don't want y'all to think I didn't call him back because of the beverage. No, that's not it. I didn't call him back because of his attitude. And so in meeting with him, and I'm like, wow, this is probably a decent guy. And he is really looking for something real, but he's just been on these dates. And it's like, I just take his perspective. I have female friends that I know for a fact that would do this. I even had some female friends who were full-on lesbians, but if they got hungry enough, they got hungry enough, they would call men and go on these dates and then lie about kids they don't even have. Like, oh, can I come in and hold my kids in the house? Kids.
After the wrong meat.
Kids. What? You ain't even got no.
No, that's trifling.
That's like, this is real. Talking about, girl, I told my kids was in the house. What kids? Your dog? You don't even know. You like girls. What are you on a date with this man for? So, like, I've seen this happen. And I'm going to tell y'all this. So, remember I was telling you the story about my friend that was a lesbian that would go out with guys just for the meal? Yeah, it almost got a little violent. One time she and I was out shooting pool in Arlington and just having a drink, chilling, having a good time. And the guy that she had did this to walked in. And he was like, oh, you still busy now? And I'm looking at her like, what's going on? And she was all like, oh, girl, he tripping. He mad because he took me out and I didn't call him back. But oh boy, was like he was light skinned and he was mad. Them two combinations don't go together well.
Ooh. JT, King of the Yellows, how you feel about that?
I don't like that. I don't like that. I gotta stop putting.
I'm light skinned, friend. I'm light skinned. I can speak for it. I'm a mother of light skinned sons.
You're a light skinned woman.
I'm a light skinned woman, and I'm telling you, this man was Terrence Howard light skinned in May.
Shamar Moore light skinned.
He was Shamar Moore. He had the haircut and everything, the box that really ain't a box, and he was hot. And he was ready to fight her. And I was all like, this is crazy. I said, and something has to give. And so it was that was the same year when I had the coffee date, and we almost had to fight this dude because he was mad. Like, he was absolutely hot. Like, because she was spinning him, and she had no interest in him. And that's the year I said, yo, we got to start doing the $10 date. So I tried to get to my friends to jump on the bandwagon. And the first thing a woman say, I know my worth. I know my worth. What I look like going on a $10 date. And I said, but you're just trying to get to know that person. It's not about the food. It's about them. It's about him.
But how many
places,
like, have you researched that you're able to do the $10 date? Because Dallas is expensive.
Well, here's the deal. You don't necessarily have to go out to eat. So I've had some dates to where we meet up at a park and go walk. A bottle of water is free if you bring it from home. And then if we like each other's conversation, now let's plan a date. See, there's levels to this thing. And that's the thing, like people not respecting the levels. Like I was just watching that foolishness with the baby and Danny Lynn. I don't even know how I got wrapped up into that. Okay. I was on the wrong channel, but I started watching that today. And that's a clear sign of how people get mixed up. Like people don't follow it's no protocol anymore with dating. A lot of people are doing relationship things and they're not in a relationship and then the wires get crossed.
Because I'm looking at
date is
because I'm looking at $10 dates. You can go to real nice spots for a $10 date.
Where?
you can.
You can go to like weekend coffee over there off Commerce downtown.
Yeah.
Real
Okay,
nice
coffee.
and nice affordable coffee for two to $10 date. You can go and have a nice walk at the park and go have some ice cream afterwards. That's a $10 date.
That's a
Where are
$10
you
date.
getting? Okay, so where are y'all getting? I mean, for two people, right? We're talking $10.
Well, it's hard to do two people now. Now, if you go to Baskin and Robbins and you want two scoops, that's your business.
Well,
Man,
no,
Candy,
like
The
man,
one
Candy
time I
taking a
did,
light.
I'm not gonna lie. The only
I
time I
mean,
spent maybe $10 on a
Like,
date,
nigga,
I had went
$10.
some ice cream place in Fort Worth. Uh, I forgot where it was, but we ended up getting like the ones that's like on the cone, not the cone, but like the popsicles, and they were good. That was like a $10 date, but it wasn't purposeful. We just went down and ended up getting something. So it is possible, but you gotta find them spots.
yeah, you gotta
No, you
find
have to
them.
create. So here's the
Create.
deal. Why do you
Okay.
have to go to a spot? Why not go play? I played basketball. I met somebody at the park with a basketball and we had a good time. So here's the deal. The $10, a lot of times the $10, let's look at that as a meet and greet. You see what I'm saying? So now that person see me in my true nature, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times now, when a guy meet me, I normally have on my workout clothes because big ass workout is my main line of business.
Hold on. What
So
what
they
Candy
always need.
what Candy Kaylin was finna say
Candy
real
definitely
quick?
got something to say.
So she said, see that, and that's where like my head starts spinning. Like you said, to go play basketball. For me, if I go meet a man and he sucks, I ain't calling him back.
There you go.
Cause see, that's like you suck as an athlete. So that's a wrap. Like those are deal breakers for me.
Oh, you want a real
Non-athletic,
one-on-one.
yeah, like men that are non-athletic, don't do that. So I'm just saying, like, I love your idea if you're a hooper. So like, don't take a woman on a date. Don't take Antoinette and I on dates talking about you can hoop. And it's terrible because then I'm not gonna have no respect for you because I'm gonna be like,
But here's the deal: a man is not going to take you on something like that if that's not what he likes. So when we talk about $10 date, we still focus on what place am I going to go? What place am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like find something that y'all like to do. One of the best $10 dates I had, y'all, was me and the dude went to McDonald's. And not only did we go to McDonald's, we went in there and we had fun with it. I held his hand and we had the whole place going. He was treating me like like we had been together for a long time. I told the lady this was our first year anniversary, and he treated me out to something nice. He told me I could have whatever I wanted on the menu, 1 through 12. And people was just like, they can't be serious. And we had the best time, and we sat at McDonald's, and we ate our little fries or whatever, and we got to know each other. It wasn't nothing, like no inhibitions. I could breathe. I didn't have no waist trainer on. It was just good stuff. I was comfortable. And then after this McDonald's date, guess what? He then said, okay, you know what? It was like for lunch. He said, you know what? I really had a good time. He said, would you like to go out on a date tonight? Or let me take you to dinner. Then I went home and put on the makeup. Then I went home and put on my real shoes and greased my ankles up. Then he went home and did what he had to do. And we showed. I told him somebody's grandmother. See, that's why I knew. I know y'all kind of, how are y'all? Y'all got kids y'all age. I greased my ankles up. This is something serious, okay? If you know, who is that, JT? JT, you don't use lotion, do you? Not for real. We don't use lotion like that.
No, light skin people?
No, not really. So for me to grease my ankles up, you special. Okay, normally I just go ashy.
You going ashy?
Sometimes I do. I'm somebody's grandmother. Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. If I grease my ankles up, I like you. Okay, sometimes I show up ashy and classy, but that's a whole nother subject. That's a whole nother show. But listen to what I'm saying.
How do you incorporate ashy and classy together?
You take me on a date and find out, okay? Right now, I got on a church sweater and some leggings, okay? From the top up, I'm giving you Sunday morning service. From the bottom down, I'm giving you straight off the block. Ashy
Not
and
straight
classy.
off the block.
It's okay.
That's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I got you. I got you.
What I'm gonna say about the $10 date, I think it's a
Go
great
ahead.
idea if some of the, no offense, but if women weren't so high maintenance. A
Yeah,
lot of
you're
women are
right.
not going to be okay with the Candy Kaylin not going to be okay with a $10
She
date.
she ain't she
She gonna
ain't
walk
with
the hell
it.
That's
She
out.
don't she
She gonna
not
walk the
trying to
fuck out.
understand
She
it.
gonna walk the
that's
fuck out. If
not
She's
somebody,
no,
she's like
that's not
whatever.
true. That's not true. Again, I just stated, she said if he likes it, he may like basketball, he may like football, and he may suck. So then my bouginess kicks in, and the fact that I'm an athlete, and I'm like, you're trash. I don't.
okay,
I like coffee. So if you're gonna treat me to coffee, I would be okay with going to
would you
a
be okay
coffee
with
house.
Waffle House? Would you
No,
be
I
okay
don't
with
like
Waffle House?
Waffle House.
So
But
you
I
would
don't
say
like Waffle House.
not even
And
McDonald's.
easy.
I
Oh,
don't
Not
you
eat
don't like
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
McDonald's?
I don't eat
But
McDonald's.
I
Okay,
mean,
fast
I had
food. Would you be
McDonald's
okay if
last
someone
night.
took you to fast food place?
Chick-fil-A.
Okay,
That's a
but
fast food
that ain't
place.
$10 though.
That's not $10.
Exactly. That's
So
like,
you ain't
but
gonna
that's
get
ten
that
not.
for
dollars.
ten
It could
dollars
be
in
$10 each person.
Yeah, so that's
Y'all,
like the
now
Okay.
only
mind
fast
you,
food that I eat is Chick-fil-A. I
Okay.
don't eat the rest of that stuff like that. But I'm okay with going to the park. I'm okay with I'm okay with talking to get to know people because I don't need them to buy me lunch. So I'm okay
Okay,
with it. I just think you
Juanita,
should
what
be
about
creative.
you? Juanita, what about you? Will you be okay if a man took you on a date to Waffle House, to McDonald's, to Chick-fil-A? Would you be okay? We can't hear you,
We can't hear you.
Juanita.
Uh-oh.
You need
I,
you need $10
Okay, we can
to
hear
Now
you
we can
now.
hear
I
you. Now we
swear
can
We
to,
can
hear
hear
you.
you now.
I've actually been on a first date to Waffle House before, and a walk in the park. It was actually pretty cool. I
Did
didn't
you
have a
call
problem
them
with it.
back?
Yeah, we actually dated for a while
Okay.
See, and you know what? A
afterwards.
lot of times, if y'all vibing, if y'all really vibing, I don't think it really truly matters.
there it is. It don't.
You know what? That, you know what? Maybe the high maintenance people will eliminate the people that just want to go out for food anyway.
Thank
Maybe that's what
you.
it is. Maybe that's what it is. Cause I know a bunch of women at my age that be like, "Oh hell no, we're not going to fucking Waffle House. Oh
I
hell
mean,
no,
But
we're
they
not
eat
doing
Waffle
that."
House.
I
But
personally, I don't like Waffle House.
they eat
So
Waffle House in their real life though.
I eat Waffle House. I'd be
That's what
I
I'm
perfectly
don't.
okay
saying.
if somebody took me to Waffle House. I eat
But for
Waffle House.
me, if
I don't
somebody
think it's
gives you,
good.
and that's what I'm saying, I think that the concept is an amazing concept. I think that it does create exactly as Coach Misty said, those that want to really get to know each other versus those that are trying to get a free meal. I think it's a,
Yeah.
a great idea, but I also think we need to have the conversations of what we can choose, like right in the creativity of what fits us both of having a good time. That would be
Well,
my
that's
only thing to suggest to couples as they're listening to us. I think this is a great idea.
now here's the deal. That's where the conversation goes in. You guys are going to talk about what you want to do. Now, in some instances where some guys was like, "Well, it doesn't matter. I just want to meet you." Then cool. Let's meet up at the Sonic up the street. Let's get a slushie, sit outside, and vibe real quick, right? Understand this is not so. This is just like the initial thing. You can go on another date. And let me ask y'all this question because this is what I run into when I deal with women. And right now, when I'm with me coaching women, I'm coaching women now who are on the executive level. I have clients now who make six figures. I mean, a good six figures. And they're like, I'm having problems dating this and the other. And you know what I'm running into? The men start off with these great, awesome dates in the beginning, right? And they're just going date, date, date. Like, oh my God,
Yeah.
he taking me to the top of this and top of that. And then guess what? At some point, it goes stale. And then that's when you lose Cinderella loses her glass slipper, and everything turned back into a pumpkin. And it's like, what do I do? And that's why I tell them. I said, you started. You all set the bar too
Because
high in the beginning.
once you start high, you got to keep it up.
Right. No,
You
no. You
got to
can't
keep it
start a
up.
habit with a woman you don't plan on keeping. That's a real statement.
Yeah.
So women get bored quick. So you can't start a habit with a woman you don't plan on keeping.
You don't do
Because
this
they,
no more.
yeah, because the second you don't, second you create a habit, even if you don't know you creating a habit, they know you creating a habit. They're like, oh, we go on dates and we go on nice dates. And all of a sudden you stop because you get busy and now they're bored with you. They don't want to talk to you anymore.
Right.
But it goes back to what Coach stated, right? It's about taking it level by level and being creative. So if you start with the park and then you work your way to the coffee shop Then you work your way, and that's what I say all the time. Don't I always tell y'all about the Papado dates? Like, work
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
way
why
to
you taking
Reunion
them?
Tower. Yeah, like y'all don't.
Yeah.
People want to take women on to the steakhouse on date 3. Well, where are you gonna take her on date 17? Like, y'all have already been to all the steakhouses in the city. Now you got to take her to the steakhouse. Cause now I'm gonna be like, can you fly me to the steakhouse in LA? Like, can you take me to Mr. Child's? Cause that's gonna be
I'm
my
not finna play
mindset.
with you.
Listen, you know I'm extra, right? Like,
As hell.
I like to be,
Cause
but I say that all the time. For people, I really think this is a great concept of building on the creativity based on what other people like. I really think that's cool. So besides your coffee house date, but besides the Waffle House date, where else have you been on like these creative type dates?
So I've been to now this was so I'm from Ohio, so there's some things that I've done that was back in Ohio, but like the botanical gardens in Ohio was free. We found
Hmm.
museums. I went to the Dallas
they're
Zoo on
free.
a free day, right? On a free day, like, hey, let's meet at the Dallas Zoo. We might end up spending, I don't know, just get a little something to eat while we in the zoo, and it always leads to something else. Let me see. So I did the Dallas Zoo. I've done the Dollar. Well, I don't know if they got dollar movie shows anymore, but we've been to the Dollar movie show, things of that nature. And I always suggest, and here's the deal, guys. Guess what? I meet a lot of men who are opposed to the $10 date because they think it makes them look cheap or weak.
Yeah, that's because of the
And I
women
have,
are high maintenance. Yeah, because they have to have this certain amount of money. But again, I call this is the era of city girls. I'm blaming everything on JT,
But
and
it,
I'm blaming everything on what's the Young Miami real name? Young Miami,
That's your
Megan.
age range.
I
I
don't
don't
listen to their
know. I'm
music.
like
but it's
I thought
like,
I don't know their
I
names.
thought you were talking about me. I what the fuck I do?
Not
Talking about
I
JT.
not
Oh,
you.
the fuck did I do?
You
hey, at
did
first
make
I
a
thought she
face.
was talking about
Yeah, I was
JT.
No,
like,
no.
No,
the
see, she
City
fuck?
said city
girls.
girls. Y'all know she blame everything on the city girls. It's
I do. I
already
blame a
Yeah.
lot of how women act on the city girl. I do. I completely do. I think city girls have made it okay for people, for women not to try their best to go on dates with people they don't want to go on dates with, just to get free money. Because what is the song? I ain't got a job, bitch. I am a job. Like, no, bitch, you need a job. Like,
Well,
you make your
you
own
know,
money. Take yourself on
but
dates.
I mean, they told the man what they are, and these simps they running it up. I
Oh
don't know
no, no,
why.
it definitely a man's fault. Like, there's no way you should be financing anyone's life that
Now,
you don't
would
want
y'all
to.
rather be in the baby mama situation right now, or would you rather be a city girl?
well. So let's address that, right? So since we are a show that talks about relationship and we have a guest on here, I just talked about that on my last show. Here's the thing that women sometimes get mad at me about. You knew the baby wasn't about nothing before you got pregnant by him. Okay?
There you
And
go.
that's what I want women to
Yeah,
understand.
Mm-hmm.
Stop blaming other people after you mismanage your private parts. And now you got a baby.
Right.
You are another baby mama. We talked about this. I don't want no man. I'm not about to be baby mama number 5. I'm not doing it. I think
well,
this is what
yeah.
they need to live. Like you know you were gonna be a baby mama. This dude, like first of all, y'all are both immature, right? Y'all are
Yeah,
blasting each other on IG
social
Live.
media. Yeah,
He's telling you
Very
to get out,
embarrassing.
and you to take him back. You a whole fool in these streets. Like
she already took him back. Yeah, she took him back after she had the baby because they were definitely separated for some time.
Yeah.
Because and then another day, but you weren't telling everybody they was your child. Now all of a sudden y'all mad at each other as is. That's suspicious. Like why have like a few months ago we didn't know it was the baby's. It was nobody's baby. You just wind up pregnant.
I
And
just thought it was real messed up how I mean, she may have been the side chick, but still, you know,
how is she the
it's
side chick when they
it's
had sex? They
it.
were together.
I
yeah,
That's
that's
mean,
what
what
that
he
he
that's what
said.
said.
he said. According to him, he said that she was the side chick. She was the chick that he was messing around with on one of his other baby mamas. So she was the side
Now
chick at the time.
that's cap.
He was like,
That's
"You was
cap.
never a girlfriend. You always been a side chick." But I'm like, dude, you a
See,
clown,
That's cap. Yeah, that's that clown. He's saying that
clown,
to get
straight
a
clown
number
shit.
no,
10.
no, that's that doing that relationship stuff. See, here's this what I'm saying. People make assumptions, right? So I watched that
Mm.
and I said, first of all, I pray that none. I have daughters in their 20s, and I hope none of my daughters ever end up in a situation like this, or I'm going to jail. That's number one. Number two, I should have raised them out of that. Number two, just doing the things they're making assumptions. Okay, now I'm not gonna lie. I did not follow their story. before because I'm too old to be following anybody named the anybody. Okay. That's not my cup of tea, but I saw it today and that girl is a whole fool. And I did see some of the stuff she
Yes,
did
yes.
pertaining to the other baby mama. And this is what I call the unicorn effect. Y'all, I got a lot of things. I'm writing my book, The Book of Misty. The unicorn effect is where a woman will sit back and watch a man do things to the other woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in their mind, they think that it's something about them in their mind and, or as we say, their private parts. That's the unicorn effect. That you think that you're gonna stand out from the pack while you have watched him participated in him hurting these other
Yeah.
women or doing or manipulating these other women or treating these other women bad, and you watching and you laughing and you thinking, oh, he with me is golden. And then when he does the same thing to you, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this. That's the unicorn effect. I tell women all the time, if you think that what's in between your legs make you different than the last person, you out your mind.
Out your
You are
Yes,
out
rabbit,
your
yes.
everlasting
rabbit
mind.
ass
You are
man.
not a
Yep.
unicorn. You ain't got no
No, you're
horns
not
coming out your
special. You're
head.
not special.
You're not that
You're just another
special.
person.
Come on, that's it.
And the thing
And
is, young women don't like to take advice, right? And I tell anybody, like, sometimes you need to listen to the elders. Like, men are like OGs. Like women, I think, and I remember the situation. I'm gonna use Sierra as my example because I remember Wendy Williams making the statement when Sierra
Mm.
was dating Future about, "Ooh,
mm,
girl, don't do it. You gonna
Don't
be
get
just
pregnant.
another baby mama." He's
Hmm.
still
Yep.
fooling with his baby mama. And everybody
Yeah.
got mad at Wendy because Wendy said that, but I was like, Wendy knew because Wendy was being cheated on. Like she was a wife. She understood, how it went. Her husband was out here had a whole baby with another woman. So women
Yeah.
are sometimes telling you these things, and because you don't respect that woman, oh she ain't got no man, or she ain't got no husband, or whatever you think it is. Well, she may not have a husband because she's already lived that. She
No,
may not
I
have a
agree.
man because she's already lived that. As she said, like you're watching him mistreat somebody else, and then all of a sudden you think you're special. Or,
Right.
Men listen to men advice more than women listen to women advice because
when
women automatically go to the jealousy, envy. You just saying that because you upset because I got this. While men actually sit there and listen to their OG, like you said, the OG. They'll listen to older guy and actually observe and hear. Now,
And take heed to
sometimes,
that shit.
sometimes what the men are hearing is straight fuck shit, but they'll still listen to it and
yeah,
they'll
they
still
will.
apply it and they'll still do it, but. But at least they listen.
They did.
Cause I'm pretty
so
sure
that
JT and Chad can admit they done got some fuck shit from an OG that told you to be a hoe,
but
told you to
I
play women.
But I
Are
knew
you
right. I
seen
knew
it?
right from wrong. I knew right. I knew an old head, a misleading old head when I met one. You know what I mean? I've I've conversated with plenty of misled old heads that they had the mind of a 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That their mind capacity didn't expand no further than that. Like I didn't even care to want to have any advice from those type of dudes. So
Facts.
I just laugh on the inside. I'd be like, yeah, all right. Oh,
Facts.
yeah. Oh, okay.
So
then can I go
go
ahead?
ahead. No, go ahead.
What I was gonna say is that what I'm finding out. So y'all would like. So I'm when I go live on TikTok. So like when I go live at night, I talk about relationship things. I use my daytime to talk about my personal training, and I use my night to talk. And I'll tell y'all, I've had as many as 11,000 people watching me on TikTok. And I talk about this and I hold classes. I hold classes called Let's Get Toxic Sis. I teach women how to manipulate situations. I teach them how to look for red flags. I say, hey, if you want to get toxic, I'll teach you. If you want to avoid toxic situations, I'll teach you that. So what
How do
I'm
you
running
get
into
toxic? You show people how to be toxic?
Avoid.
sometimes people need to be toxic. Sometimes you need to give people a dose of their own medicine. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes a man or some approach you a certain way because he don't think that you will ever match his energy. I teach people how to match energy. Even if it's for a short amount of time. Sometimes you just gotta show people, you know what I'm saying? What they say, I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Sometimes you have to show them that. And I teach women how to do that. Some women are I'm telling you, when I coach women, this is real. This ain't about dating. I mean, I'm coaching women who are in marriages and they're going through a divorce process and their husband don't even know about it yet and they just trying to maintain their sanity. And they like their husband is a narcissist and they coming at them. Well, if you're not ready to leave, let me teach you how to be a narcissist. Let me teach you some of those ways. I am a master manipulator. You understand what I'm a master manipulator in relationships. Okay, I have a nickname. So my exes call me the Black Widow. They say she will suck you in and spit you out. Wait, that didn't even sound right, but you know what I mean. Not like that. Not like
All I
that.
know is,
You say don't matter, but here's
I'm
the
gonna be
thing.
asking, did you listen to Misty? That's all I'm gonna say. If I had them
Did they
type of
attend my
problems,
class? Is
I'll be
every
like, did
first
you go
Friday
to
of the month.
Misty class?
Don't let's get toxic. But let me tell you what the women do. Men go for advice before they get into a situation. Women seek validation after it's happened. So when women come to me, they're seeking validation. They done already been through it. And they want me to be like, sis, you knew that was happening. They be like, you sure right. And I'm telling them now, stop seeking validation after it happened. And if you question anything, if you question, is he the right one for me? Does he love me? These are the questions people ask. You think, can I tell you something? Like I'm turning into the Kevin Samuels for women. I ain't trying to, but that's what it's
Not
turning
turning
into
into
now.
the chemistry.
I'm not. I'll be like, how much you weigh? No, let me stop playing. That's my big ass workout. Anyway, but I asked him. I said, if you have to ask those questions, like, if I think my baby daddy cheating on me, let me tell you what happened. Sis, if you have to sit here and give me all of these facts, or this is what you think is going on, or this is the character, he is cheating on you.
Yeah.
Stop asking me stupid
If
stuff.
you think that he
You
is.
already know
Yeah.
it. You already
Yeah.
know he's cheating on you because you got up here at 2:32 on Tuesday. He did this and he didn't come home this night. You already know. So now you're just seeking validation. You want me to say yes, he's cheating on you. So now you can be like, okay, well, I knew I was right and let me do this, that, and the other. When the answer was in your face the whole time. So I'm
Well,
teaching
you,
women like, hey, huh?
well,
Go
no, I'm
ahead.
saying, but the thing is, the stigma on black women is that we're crazy, and that if you speculate something without proof, you crazy. And it's
But
like
see,
a lot of women try to feel like I'm not crazy. I want to validate my feelings. Like you said, they do want to validate. They want to validate their sanity in regards to I know something's wrong. I know I'm not crazy, no
Mm-hmm.
matter how much people tell me I'm crazy. So yeah, they do seek for validation, but it's for sanity
it's
purposes
for
a lot of
them.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's for you. It's not for the answer. And
nah,
that's what
it's
she's
not for the
saying.
answer
It's
at all.
definitely
Y'all
not.
still be starting shit with yourselves though.
What?
Y'all
Well,
be
no,
That's
that's
why
fine.
What?
We be
that's why
right.
y'all be pumping
Facts.
yourself
that's
up.
why she just said that's why she teaches people to be toxic. And that's why you have people like me and AM in the world who I will make you crazy. You didn't even know you was a
Okay.
certified psychopath. But once you get through
Run
dealing
up
with
the
me,
wall.
you will know you're crazy. You'll be like, this I'm crazy now.
Oh no,
You
no,
will
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
talking to me once you
The most toxic thing, yeah, most toxic thing I tell
The
somebody is
type of
go through
niggas
his
y'all been
phone,
fucking with.
go through his phone, find all the evidence you want, and then cheat. And the second he bring up you cheating, tell him about him cheating.
You ain't
But
gotta
are
go through their
we even?
phone. What
Are
what you
we
gotta go
even?
through their phone for?
I don't
You
go through
already know
people's
what it is.
phones.
I don't do
I
I
that
used
tell
to
either.
people,
that.
I said, don't go through his phone. Sleep with his best friend. What are we doing?
See,
Sleep with his
I think we
barber.
too old for that.
Oh
Like I'm too
man.
old for that now. I'm too old for that.
Damn.
That's
Oh,
what I
I'll
Best
be.
never be sleeping
That's
with
what
friend?
his
I did in my
daddy.
20s.
Oh, I'll never be
Son,
sleeping
you
I
with
don't.
his
trying to get
daddy.
somebody
I
killed.
did.
You
I
trying to
did that
get
in my
Yeah,
somebody
twenties.
killed.
No,
No, y'all
at that
won't.
I'm
point,
trying to drag
at
it
the point
home.
you're trying to get somebody killed.
Yeah.
No,
For real,
No,
because
I'm
you
no.
about to,
definitely gonna kill that best friend.
no,
I'm killing my best friend.
Are you real?
I'm
no,
They
killing
they
my
not.
best friend.
They'll be
I'm
Tap
okay.
killing
They'll
my
tap.
best
forgive each
friend.
other.
I'm killing my
They'll
best
they'll
forgive
friend.
each
forgive each
other.
other. It didn't happen.
Bang
They'll forgive
bang.
each other.
I don't know. Y'all messing with some
No,
simps. Y'all messing. I don't know
No,
what
they'll
dude.
I'm
forgive each
Y'all,
other.
not look, I ain't with that bros
no,
over hoes shit.
yeah, I ain't with that shit.
no,
If my partner
no.
messing around with my old
His
lady,
brother. That's a good one
I'm
too.
beating you, I'm beating him up, and I'm beating
But
you up.
Candace said sleep with his brother.
I'm
Yeah,
That's
but
sending
it's
you
the
to
worse.
same
jail, so you
thing.
No,
ain't
that's
beating
worse.
him.
That's
That is worse.
horrible.
Yes,
See,
that
you
It's
is
ain't,
because
and
you're
that's
horrible.
what
forgiven.
if I'm too old to fight. So if you hit me, that's one of my things in the beginning. If you hit me, you going to jail.
Jail.
Okay. I see.
You
I
going
did
to
all that in
jail.
my 20s. We're not doing no domestic situation. I'm not fighting you. I'm not trying to run you over with no more cars. I'm not trying to break your neck.
No, we
I
don't
ain't
do
doing
that.
that. I'm sending you to jail if you hit me. So if you mad, you better leave. Like that's the whole purpose of toxic behavior. Like if you do
No,
stuff to
I
other
don't teach
people,
that.
don't do it back. Don't do stuff that
Not
you don't want done to you.
I don't teach the bop bop. We don't do that. We ain't
That's
talking
what
Yeah,
I'm
about
well,
that.
you
telling
Ain't
can't
man's
no.
teach
No,
page.
violence.
I
Yeah,
don't
you can't
teach
teach
that.
violence.
I ain't
I'm
with
talking
that.
about
Hit
it's the
me. Going
mental.
to jail.
It's the mental. I don't teach
you hit
nobody.
me,
I
you
ain't
going to
telling
jail.
nobody, girl, go slash his tires. That's crazy. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the mental. Let me tell you something. You can have a man's heart before you have his mind. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Shit.
A man to give you his heart before, because if a man give you his heart, he could have his heart and somebody else could be on his mind all the time. That's why you find when men be in these relationships, they'll get married and still be thinking about an ex from back in the day or their first
Yeah.
girlfriend and can't let it go because the woman that he's with does not have his mind. You understand me? So I teach women how to get up here. You understand? I need this. I don't need your heart. Your heart could be in 10 different places, but that mind, I need to stay on I need to stay on that brain. You hear what I'm saying? So when that's the toxic I teach, I ain't talking about jumping out of bushes and all that stuff. That's too high to be stalking folks. When I'm talking about toxic, I'm talking about master manipulation. Okay. Now, as far as me sleeping with somebody friend, let me tell you something. When people are best friends and dudes, they know they both hoish. You hear what I'm saying? And if the best friend, listen, a hoe know a hoe. Okay. We wink at each other and keep it moving. And if them best friends, I had it happen where I dealt with the best friend. I stopped talking to him. I dealt with the best friend. And then we all ended up at a football game together. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And to this day, I'm still cool with both of them. I ended up circling back around to the first one. Just had to
Them
cut
They
some
them legs
simps.
Were
belong
real
to
quick.
y'all
the
were y'all
streets.
Them
together?
some
Were y'all
simps.
They
together?
Huh?
belong
They
to
not
the
no simp.
streets.
They not no
Them
simp.
some
What you say?
simps.
Wait,
I'm
okay, were
sorry, them
y'all in a
simps.
relationship or you were just messing with both? 'Cause that's different.
No, so I was in a relationship with the first one. And then he had, let me tell you something, when people sleep together so long, it's like a rhythm. And I can tell when a man has stepped out because the rhythm is off. Okay? That's that energy. I can tell the energy is off. So I knew it and I asked him, I said, hey, who you slept with? I said, tell me this, because one thing about it is I can't control your body. I can't control what you do with your body. I ain't gonna do, but tell me the truth because now it's a health thing. I ain't even worried
Oh,
about all
true.
that. You know what I'm saying? You had somebody before me, you had somebody after me, whatever. This ain't a man I was trying to marry, but we were
How
together.
you
We
gonna
was
say
in a
it's a health thing
relationship.
and sleep with his best friend?
Yeah.
Come on, come
That's
on,
a
Yeah.
man.
good
This the
point.
pot calling the
That's
Condoms,
a
kettle
good point.
black.
Come
That is a
on.
good
condoms.
point.
No,
That
no, no.
is
This,
the
Because
kind.
the guy that I was with, the guy that I was with, he did some things that we ain't gonna do to everybody else. And that's one thing I told him. I said, the stuff you like to do, you nasty. And I like that about you. I said, but if you're gonna do these type of things with somebody else, you're not gonna tell me you do XYZ with me and you ain't gonna do XYZ with her. Stop playing with me. You need to be honest with me. I told him, I said,
bro,
just keep it 100 with me.
this some
And he
Ohio
didn't.
niggas.
No, they from here.
Oh.
They from here. See, y'all a little young. That's what I'm saying. Y'all a little young. These people I'm
Swear,
talking
I'm not
about. So
young.
I'm in my 40s. They how old are you, JT?
I'm 35.
JT, you
I,
young. Okay, I
I done
about 12
seen the
months older
same
than you.
thing you. I done seen the
Uh,
same thing you done
No,
seen. You
right.
just
no,
We
5 years
we
apart.
done we done
Calm
been we
down.
done
no.
been there.
We done been
I'm
We
in my
there.
all been
40s,
there.
and
You
I'm in my
preaching to the
40s.
choir at
I didn't
this
say
point.
that. I'm in my 40s. So listen.
So,
So when he did it, so I took a little time. I let him lie about it. No problem. I said, okay, I got you. I'm gonna get you where it hurt. So he was on the road as he do the railroad. Both of them do, but they on different teams. And
So they
I
also
actually
work together?
not for the same company, but not on the same team. They not in the same city at the same time. And see,
Okay.
this is what I knew. A lot of y'all men tell too much of y'all business. So I done pieced it all the way together. Boom, I hit the best friend up. Now here's the deal. Let me say this. The best friend hadn't at that point, me and the best friend had not met face to face. We had only talked on the phone because the best friend would be out of town. So when I hit the best friend up on the dating site, the best friend didn't really know who I was. I changed my name and I said what area
So you
I
set this
lived
nigga
in.
up initially. So you basically set him
Absolutely.
up for the
But
fail.
then, yeah, I set the
What?
best
No,
friend
I wouldn't
up.
kill the best friend. I'll just kill you. Never mind.
Oh no, he
Let the
Yeah.
killed
best
me.
friend
Me and the
fall.
other
Hell
one
You
got
got it.
for the
yeah.
best. No, here,
Talking
Let the
about
listen.
best friend fall. You got it.
manipulating.
Bye,
look at
bang,
the
bang.
pot calling the kettle
You
black.
right.
Listen. You guys understand, but I
Look
listen.
how
I
we be
actually
that.
liked the best friend. The best friend was actually a cool dude. I dealt with the best friend, and he invited me to this football game, and I'm like, who gonna be there? And I didn't know where G was gonna be at. I was trying to figure it out, and I showed up, and G was there, and I was like,
How
yikes.
many? How
With
many?
his brother, I'm like, hey, how y'all doing? This is awkward. Me and G had been talking, of course, because I've been dealing with the best friend. And then me and G had a conversation, and I told him, I said, yo, your best friend is really dope. Like, I like him as a person. And he was all like, oh, well, if you've been talking to him this long, like, see what's up. Like, that's what you do. He said, he might be the best option for you. But the best friend couldn't get over the fact that I did set him up. Now, to this day, we all
I
are
bet
cool. Yeah, he couldn't get over that. He was like, I like you, but like, you really
you. But
set me
that's
up.
fucked up. That's
I
fucked
was like,
up.
you'll be
That
That's
is
fine.
fucked
fucked
up.
But
up.
we all
Like,
still
that's
cool,
fucked
though.
You
up.
know
We
what?
all still cool.
I would never talk to you again. I
But they
promise I
do.
would not.
You
But
need to
they
get
do.
out your feelings though, cause you already done
Exactly.
cheated. Like once you
No,
cheat,
You
no,
know
no, not the
what?
best
once you
friend. Not the
cheat,
best friend.
like
How
how
dare
do
you?
y'all? Once you cheat on me, how
That,
dare you have some
that,
No, no, no,
boundaries?
no, no. The
that's why
cheating one.
Excuse me?
you cheat
Right.
for better. That's niggas cheat. Niggas cheat for lower standards of the girl they cheating on. When you cheat for somebody better. So when this shit happen, deuces, I got a better over
He
here
wasn't going nowhere.
anyways.
You
He wasn't
feel
going
I
me?
don't,
nowhere.
I don't, I don't know why.
You feel
He
me?
wasn't going
I didn't,
nowhere.
I done had girls try to go sleep with my homeboy. I don't be giving a damn. Go do you.
Go do it. She for the
I
streets.
got somebody
I'm
right
not for
here
the streets.
beside
I'm
of
for
me.
the
But we
just on
all
my
for the
block.
streets. And some okay, so
Just
before
where I
we
stay
It's on the
I'm
block.
not for the streets. I'm
before
not
we
for
get
the
out
streets. I'm not
before
for
we
the
get out here,
streets. Y'all
listen.
for the streets. I'm not
Before
for
we get out
He's like, I am not for the streets.
before
I
we
am
get
not
out
for
of
the
here
streets.
tonight,
Don't tell nobody
everybody
was.
starting with last page, give me your for the street story. A
Uh,
minute, 30 seconds to a minute. Give me your
okay.
for the
All
street
right.
story.
Okay. So I dealt with this one chick. I don't even care. I'm gonna say her name was Ashley, right?
Can't
So
Quit
trust
calling
the
people names out.
I
can't
don't even
trust the
care.
You know
Ashley
how
anyway.
many
You know how
women
many
named
you know how many
Ashley?
Ashleys I know? Right,
You can't trust
exactly.
the Ashley anyways.
Is that you know how many Ashleys I know?
I
But
would.
anyway, so
That's a hoe
I used to
name.
date this one
It's a whole thing.
exactly. So
She
she was
driving an
dating my
Impala, right?
cousin. She was dating my cousin at first, and then I had started dating her, and then I end up dating another Ashley, and then come to find out her and the other Ashley started dating.
Damn.
That bitch a hoe.
Who's she for the streets?
It sounds like you like women for the streets.
No, I don't. It was just at the time. It was just at the
No.
time.
What
Right.
Cole
I'm
That
said?
in a
right.
better
Hoes,
place now.
hoes, no hoes. Cole said hoes, no
Wink at me.
hoes.
I'm an
Wink at me.
Hoes,
ex-hole.
no
I'm an
hoes.
ex-hole.
Oh,
Okay.
Hoes, no
he was
hoes.
attracting
AM.
hoes.
AM, give us a time you was for the streets.
Skip. I ain't got. I ain't for
Your
the
lying ass. Shut up. Tell the
streets.
truth.
What does for the streets mean?
You
What
or the
point in time when
person.
you was for the streets, when you had
I-
trifling, toxic behavior, you was for the streets. You did something that was for the streets worthy.
I mean, I don't think I would say I was for the streets. Is like I would say that I may have hooked up with someone in front of the person that I hooked up with the day before. But that ain't. I mean, that's not that bad.
You for the streets.
That's
Oh,
pretty
go
bold.
on to
You
the
was for
next
the
one.
streets that
That's
day.
pretty
Go on
bold.
to the next person. You for
That
the
was you was for the
Alright.
streets that
Yeah,
day.
that's pretty
Coach
bold.
Misty. So give us another time you was for the streets, because we know
Oh,
you've been for the
definitely.
streets.
All of from Christmas
Shit,
of
got another
2020
story.
until right now. Well, it stopped maybe last month. I may or may not have been sleeping with two dudes on the same floor in my building. Shout out Cookie and Jersey. I know who y'all are. Okay.
I've heard it all.
Hold on, there's
It's
somebody
about
that
that
go
good.
to your
Hey,
building.
I'm telling y'all, man, it goes down in the
He did not roll
buildings
out of his bed.
downtown. I'm telling y'all, man, them high rises, man, it be a whole nother ball game in them high rises, boy.
I wrote about it in my latest book. It's on Amazon. The story
Y'all
is called
crazy
Going
as a
Up.
motherfucker.
You can't trust,
JT,
huh?
JT, when you was for the streets.
Never.
You lying.
Nah, if I gotta give a full street story, you gotta give
When
a
you
You
was
got
for the
to.
streets.
Come on, JT.
When I was for the
You know.
streets,
Mm-hmm.
shit. Shit, I was for the streets between 2006 and 2010. I was just out
Only
here
4
fucking.
years.
I was just out here fucking. I wasn't even caring.
Sisters,
And it-
cousins,
And
mamas too.
I don't give a mamas, aunties, everybody was getting hit.
Yep, if the
Third,
mama
everybody.
if the mama look good
If
and
the
the
mom,
daughter and their daughter and the daughter, they both
Hold
look like
on,
sisters.
hold on.
I had a mom. I had my
Y'all
home.
have slept with someone's mom.
I slept with my I
Yeah.
slept with my homegirl mama.
I had a thing for older
Yo,
women.
you
Sound like
and the
this shit where
homegirl
she
still
sleep.
cool?
My,
You
yeah,
slept
we
with your
still cool.
homegirl's mother?
Yeah, she
I
don't.
would
I'm not
call
name.
her
I'm not
ever
name
again in
dropping.
my life.
Please
don't
don't
know.
call your
Talk to
homegirl
you
mama name.
again,
No,
ever
I ain't.
in
I don't
your
name. I
life.
don't name. Nah, JT don't pillow talk. I don't name drop. I don't do that shit.
I ain't
But
gonna lie, JT, that's a killable offense too. If I ever
nah,
found somebody
that
to tell my mom, I'm killing you.
she
Instantly.
wouldn't. She wouldn't want to kill me.
Why would you get mad at them? Get mad at your mama.
Your mama, yeah, exactly. Your mama came on to me.
She the one that busted open. What
You can say no.
She's like,
Nasty
AM
ass.
is like, you can say
You
no.
can say no with your
Not when you
nasty
not
ass.
not when that mama got that wagon dragging.
Boy, that mama booty be different.
Hey,
That
I'm
mama
gone.
booty hit
Yeah,
different, boy.
because she done gave birth to the motherfucker that you know. Yeah, I bet
I-
it's a little different.
the only thing
It's
about
a
the
completely
older
different feeling, ain't it?
the,
Like,
the only
ooh, my
thing about
friend
older
came out
women,
of
they
this
not
about 30
flexible.
years ago. That's
Okay.
flexible.
Oh,
Hey,
wait, hold on. You
Older
say
women
what?
older women not
Who not
flexible.
flexible?
Older women.
You lying? No, that's a lie. That's a lie,
That's a
JT.
lie.
Boy, I
That's a
put
lie.
her I put her leg back on her some pop.
That's flexible. It was loosening up. It was loosening up.
I don't need no loosen up. Them young
It
women don't
sounds like
loosen up.
fireworks at my house when
Said
we
it
get
popped.
started, but it'll
That's
be
just
okay.
that's just that pow.
Lord
I was
have
like,
mercy.
I was like,
Oh, I
get the
cannot
place.
with
Juanita,
y'all.
Shouldn't be doing it.
Juanita, when was there a time that you was for the streets?
Well, my story suck. Like I'm gonna say I was for the streets
Juanita,
one
good
time.
girl.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not. Okay, I'm gonna say I was for the streets one time. I had a birthday party and I invited like all the guys I was talking to the party.
Trying to pick out your options for the night.
No, they
That's
didn't
a
know.
good party.
They all just came. So
But I'm
Was they
saying,
mingling?
yeah, they was.
Simps.
What?
They
Simps.
didn't
I had that
know.
happen.
They
It's
didn't
okay.
know.
Yeah,
Y'all realize me
Juanita
and
a
y'all be in
player.
the same. Y'all realize y'all be in the
I was
same
like
room.
20 something.
Y'all be in the same room, and as Coach Misty say, we wink at the other one, and y'all don't be knowing like all
yeah.
y'all
Yeah.
be in the same room.
Yeah, in the same
Ain't nothing
room.
wrong with that story.
Yeah.
I had
That
that
ain't
happen
no
for my
wrong.
30th birthday party. That's just fine.
So,
I had one like that.
I don't fuck with it.
yeah. So I stopped. I'm not for the streets. I ain't never
Juanita
been
for
for
the
the streets.
house.
So,
Not
that's
for the
it.
house. Her ass for the house, not for the streets. I'm dead.
But no, truthfully, I was for the streets from like 30, like back in my 30s, I jumped back out there. So like about 4 years I was for the streets. Back in my old life, I may have slept with somebody's husband. But it happens
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's pretty
It
for
happens. Yeah.
No.
That's called
Damn.
a
I mean,
relationship
it
advocate.
does
You okay?
happen.
Well,
Relationship.
if people would stay
Advocate.
out of my DMs, if people would stay out of my DMs and quit knocking on my door, it probably wouldn't have happened.
The
So
word of
I would
this
just
show should
tell.
be no. You can
I should just
decline
tell.
the dick. You can
Why else
decline the
would we have a
pussy.
show called
You can
Situationship?
say
Why
no.
would I? I mean now, but I mean then it tell you that's what Coach Misty was saying for all of these women. This is my message for you, right? And I don't worry about it because sometimes you know your man for the streets, and if your man is for the streets,
Yeah.
then deal with the fact that your man for the streets and you stay
That's
married
right.
to him for whatever reason you stay married to him, or you stay married to your wife who you know is for the streets for whatever reason you stay with her. For me, what I would tell women is, you know your husband be in other people's DMs because you check his phone. Some of you helpers go through their messages. Same thing for women that date women. Men who y'all go through these people's phones. You know when they're communicating with
I
other
used
people.
to. I used to. I don't do it no more.
Tell
But I
tell
used
your
to. I definitely used
husband
to.
Tell your husband to stay out of my DMs and stop stalking me. And that's what it is. But I'm not for the streets anymore, y'all. This has been a great conversation. I think that everybody has been for the streets at some point in time. Coach Misty, thank you so much for joining us, teaching us about the $10 dates. I hope you guys caught that portion of the show. Very important. Be creative. Plan some dates that are, fun, where you get to know each other. And JT said his uncle told him don't pay for dates anyway. So that
I
way
was
you
sure
don't
about
have
to say
to.
that.
Yeah, just a
Go Dutch on
reminder.
the first one.
Yeah. So
$5 day for me.
Coach Misty, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you.
Hey everybody, the best place to find me is gonna be on
I'm not gonna
TikTok.
play with you.
You can find me at 72-hour date. That's a whole nother thing. 72-hour date. Or you can find me at Big Ass Workout, and that's ass spelled with Z. So there's BIGAZZ workout. So I got tips and tricks for y'all. I'm going live in about 30 minutes on TikTok.
Okay. So
All
y'all
right.
catch her on TikTok. Guys, thank you for joining us again. We'll see you again next Monday. Until then, good night.
Night,
Peace.
y'all. Peace.
Thank you. Bye.